is finally in the game, and we're super excited to be taking a look at his kit today in more detail. But as well, we're going to be opening some red star orbs to see if we can capitalize on his addition as part of this new X-Treme X-Men raid team. So as you can see, we already saw this in the video highlights, guys, as well. But you know, he can attack all enemies and clear positive effects while also applying slow and vulnerable. He has that unique ability to actually do chain attacks without needing the opponents actually adjacent to each other. He's also going to be applying a bleed, stun, and exposure, which is going to create lots of opportunities for theory crafting, and as well gaining charges and speed up. It's going to be very fun to use this character. You can see here he's also going to be giving speed bar to the rest of his allies as well, and it does apply on a broader scale, which is great to see what that theory crafting is going to be like, especially when you use this team outside of the raid setting. But more specifically though, he does provide a pretty notable addition to the HP for the X-Treme X-Men respectively, and as well raid bonus wise, he's also going to get that opportunity to ability block, again the speed bar manipulation. But I'm just super excited to see this fan beloved character finally join the game. So guys, we're not going to even hesitate. We're going to be opening some red star orbs. We're going to be using the big ones first of all, to see if we can land a higher red on him, but as well as taking a look at his kit. But we already got some really good feedback and information on what his Iso-8 potentially could be, just because of his kit and utility, right? So we got 6 these elite 6s that we want to take advantage of. I think, you know, if we can get lucky with him, hopefully in the future they can open up the floodgates for more shards. But oh my goodness, first try. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's solid. I'm gonna stop right there, guys. I wasn't expecting my luck to be this good, but usually I typically open, you know, more orbs, but you know, that worked out really well, and putting us an opportunity now to upgrade him to 7. But yeah, it's gonna be quite some time until his shards actually come into the game, but we'll see how free to play friendly it is. But I'm just super excited to get started using on this character and building him up. So basic ability, Night Slash, attacking primary target for piercing damage. He's also going to be actually attacking for more when there's exposed enemies that we're up against. He's going to gain regeneration on the crits, and as well he has bonus attacks that's going to be comboing up with his basic, right? So this is how he's going to compound with his piercing. In raids, his basic does actually have an ability block, which is absolutely crazy, especially with it being a basic ability that doesn't cost any energy. This is going to be huge. So obviously, if you guys don't have this team built up yet for raids, hold back on this upgrade, but this is a must upgrade just because you're going to be completely crippling the team with just his basic ability. His special, shifting strikes here, so you can see applying once again the piercing, the bleed, the chain attacks. Surprisingly enough, also he applies defense up for himself and his allies, right? Leveling his ability up, he's going to be gaining evasion as well. This is where the charge mechanic comes into play. If he does have these charges, his speed bar is going up, and as well even non-X-Men allies are getting that benefit. So that's actually really awesome. The evasion does apply to the most injured allies, so he's going to be protecting them passively like that. And as well, when you get to level 6 is when he gets the stun and the exposure, which compounds together, and as well granting safeguard to the rest of the team. So this is just an insane ability for a special. And then finally, guys, icing on the cake by T4ing, applying evasion to the 2 most injured, rebounding chain to additional targets, and additional notable damage in the piercing for primary and secondary attacks. So this one obviously makes sense just to apply the evasion, but also that notable uptick in damage. Shadow Barrage is his ultimate ability, so this is his main damage dealing one, attacking all enemies for piercing, clearing positive effects. He's going to be also gaining additional focus. It's also unavoidable, right? He clears positive effects, applies slow, vulnerability is also going to get applied. So he's just doing a bit of everything. He's applying exposure, applying vulnerables with both his special and ultimate, clearing all the positives, and as well applying speed up for the team. So this is really good notable damage. And then lastly, guys, the T4 here, he prolongs all duration of positive effects on himself and allies by using this, and another sizable uptick of damage in piercing. So you can just see the work he's doing. It's absolutely unbelievable. And then obviously, like I said, I think he's going to be one of those characters where you just want to upgrade everything on him to the max. And then finally, his teleportation passive, you can see here on spawn, he's gaining charges, applying evasion. In raids, this is the mechanic where he's going to be granting and providing them additional turn meter. When he's also below 30% 30% HP too. He's also going to be doing one of the following for this, right? Clearing negative effects, gaining evasion, healing and bearing 30% of HP, and as well filling speed bar up. So this can only apply for the first time, so just something to be mindful of, that you can't really keep doing that up. So something to be mindful of when you're playing. Flipping negatives into positives also applies passively. He's granting a lot of max HP boost here, so this is where I love that theory crafting aspect. You know, X-Men allies are gaining a raw 30% with just having Nightcrawler on the team, and then X-Treme really gets another huge uptick, right? And that's really where they're going to be getting a lot of stat boost from. Speed bar goes up again for X-Treme, and as well healing this character each time there's a successful dodge, which is huge. And then lastly, the icing on the cake again with these T4s, gaining speed up, gaining 2 additional charges, and the speed of this character in each ally can only be reduced by slow, so which means he can never be turn rewind by another opposing enemy. For that reason, you gotta upgrade this, right? Now guys, there's obviously some Iso-8s that are pretty obvious, but I mean, offensively based, he's gonna be doing a lot of damage, and with piercing all across the board, Raider in my honest opinion makes the most sense. I think you can also make a case for him being a striker depending on how the synergy of the rest of the X-Treme X-Men team will be, but personally I think he's gonna get a lot of value from all the piercing, all the damage he's doing across the board. Raider makes the most sense in my eyes, and there's also an argument that can be had for obviously the striker, but I think both you can't go wrong depending on the synergy of the team. You really want to take advantage of those vulnerables, but keep in mind he's also going to be applying vulnerables with his ultimate as well, and exposure with his special. So pretty big, guys. This is awesome. I can't wait to unlock him, and can't wait to see how many shards we can pull for him, obviously with the events in the future. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this quick and brief overview. Good luck with your guys' Red Star Orbs. Super excited to see him finally join the game, and really excited for this new the new raid teams that are coming to the game. Just exciting time to be an MSF right now. Thank you as always. Do appreciate you guys checking my videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.